Recently, I had a conversation with a loved one about filters. The filters that we use when we're talking to other people. Specifically, there are, I think, two main ones. There's the ones that we use when we're out in public, when we're talking with people we don't really know, and then the filters that we use with people we do know. And some people may say, well, I don't use a filter with people that are close to me, alright? I'm just me. But that may be true, and I think that's great. But for me, at least, I know when I'm talking to people that I love, there are things that I don't want to say in front of them. Things that may bring up trauma, things that may bring up hard feelings, things that may bring up one thing or another. And it's difficult to find that line. It's difficult to figure out, okay, well, how much of this is just masking and hiding, and how much of this is for their own care. And it depends on each person. There are some people that are perfectly fine to have it where you just stick to the main stuff and you both agree that, hey, that's something we don't want to talk about anymore. But there are some cases, things that, yes, it may cause pain. Yes, it may be uncomfortable. Yes, we don't really want to talk about it, but it needs to be said. And this idea of filters has been bouncing around in my head even more so because of where I am now. I am now projecting my raw, basically unfiltered thoughts to the world. Yeah, there's not a lot of people here yet, but to people that I certainly don't know, and even worse so, it's being captured for anyone to be able to bring back and look at and scorn and mock me for. And I've been having this thought like, well, why is it that now I'm so chill about this? And I had a thought that was something along the lines of, there are like 7 billion people, 8 billion, I'm not sure. Birth rate is going down, so like it's getting lower, I guess, but no, it's still climbing. But there are a lot of people in the world, and I think part of being human is, one, understanding that you will not make everyone happy all the time because we are flawed. We have our moments where we say things that are unbased, not think-pilled, not wise, very cringe, or kind of messed up. Sometimes it's intentional and sometimes it's unintentional. And you know what? I am expecting to have something come up where I realize, oh no, I was so wrong. But the thing is that I will not get that chance if I don't put it out there first. Sometimes I need to put my thoughts out there, that way I can get struck down and then learn from it. It will be painful, but it is important. I believe there's a quote out there that I cannot actually accurately quote, but that goes along the lines of, the people that are experts, the only thing that made them experts is that they have failed more than you. They have failed more than others who have not reached their level, because they've gone through the struggles, they've figured out what went wrong. Because when an expert goes to do something, they are able to do the best method, not because they know what the best method is, but because they have eliminated all of the bad ones. And so, in a perhaps scary thought, the best way to become a good speaker is to say the most words you can until eventually you eliminate all the ones that suck. You have to put yourself in those environments. You have to have those bad days. You have to have those moments that you're not quite proud of. That way you can figure out what you did wrong and learn from it. And that is what gives me strength when I am here. Because yeah, I am going to say something out of touch. I'm going to end up saying something that will offend someone at some point. I maybe already have. But you know what? That's okay. Because I'm human and I know it. So if somebody brings it up to me, I want to be like, hey, real. That's my B. Thanks for bringing it up, though. I have learned. So it's not like the coolest thing to admit, but I think it's something that I need to admit to myself. And it's something that if you decide that you also want to join me, it is an uncomfortable truth, I think. I genuinely do love this journey that I've put myself on, and I am very quickly realizing some of these things. They're cutting me straight in the face, but I am standing ready to face them, and I hope that you will soon be too. All right.